Guys, today we've got the 10 best sneakers dropping in the month of April, Nike stealing Crocs' entire flow and them being pretty pissed about it, and of course we're getting a Nike SB Air Force 1. Welcome to the midweek re-up, and if you didn't catch Sunday's video, welcome to Texas. Like I said in the last one, apologize for the weird lighting and probably the echo, but we're gonna be here for a bit, so just deal with it, okay? We'll be back in the studio in the next couple weeks. With that being said, let's get into this upcoming news. There is a lot happening and we've got a pretty stacked month ahead of us. Kicking us off, let's talk about Supreme because they've got a drop happening on Thursday. It's not tomorrow. I always think it's tomorrow, but they pushed it to Thursday now. Drop times are the usual, April the 3rd, which is going to be the US, EU at 11 a.m. EST and then 5 o'clock for the EU. 4 p.m. for the UK. Asia on Saturday, that's the usual thing, and they're also doing it on April the 5th. Now, a couple cool pieces in here, I will say. I don't actually even mind these Benjamin Franklin freaking sweaters. This black one is, I mean, it's crazy, but it's pretty cool. We got the balaclavas to match, some caps, accessories, a Swiss Army knife. I haven't seen one of those in so long. Some upside down hoodies. I don't even know what this is, like a freaking horoscope wheel. Damn, some good old shirts. And then the actual good stuff I think is in this giant picture over here where you get like a lot of the collab stuff like this camo leather jacket. Is it a leather jacket or just a waterproof windbreaker? The pants also look pretty cool, the camo and the black ones. Just a brief overview, that's everything that's going to be dropping on Thursday. Let me know if anything jumped out at you. We just got some new looks at the upcoming Rare Air Jordans. So we've got the 3s and the 4s. Let's kick it off with the 4s. So this is them over here, the official images. Now the release date for these is currently July, I believe July the 26th, but I don't think that's completely confirmed yet. Here we go. I just really want to know what you guys think about this pair of shoes because it is like a little bit left field, but also it's kind of cool. I'm kind of liking them. I think I'm definitely going to pick up a pair. And then of course show you the 3s as well because you also got some official images of these. Same color scheme, essentially like the red, the blue, the black, the sail, except with this one, instead of the patch making it the special Rare Air theme, these now have an upside down Nike Air branding on the right pair. I bet some people with OCD is going to hate these things, but I'd love to know what you think down in the comment section. These I think are dropping sooner. They're actually going to be dropping May the 30th as of right now. Maybe that'll be pushed or something. If there's any more updates, I will let you guys know, but I'd love to know from you guys, what do you think of the Rare Air pack? Are you liking the 4s, the 3s, which one? With Air Max Day been and gone, we've got an upcoming pair of 95s. 2025, they're going hard with the Air Max 95. This time we're getting a Liverpool collaboration. This one is interesting, like the color scheme is like, yeah, cool, you know, we can kind of get it. You got some red in there, but it's interesting because Liverpool is actually moving away from Nike and going back to Adidas. So this would be the last project that they're doing with Nike. So if you wanted some Liverpool Nike collaboration swag, then this might be it. Otherwise, you might just have to wait for God knows when. Either way, this is supposed to be a summer drop since we've got some in-hand shots over here. I would imagine within the next month or two, but we'll have to wait and see. I'd love to know what you guys think of these. I mean, they honestly, to me, look like just kind of like a JD exclusive or something like that. Sticking with Air Maxes, this one's a very small leak, but we're supposed to be getting a collaboration pair of Nike Air Max 1s with premium goods. So this is also a summer drop, just at some point. We're not entirely sure when, but it's supposed to be a whole capsule. So apparently the color combination is going to be 2 different pairs. So they've got a white metallic silver and forest green, and also a white sport red and varsity royal hyper violet. So some kind of like white red, maybe some pink in there. Like I said, we're really working off of hardly any information, but just know, I don't know if you know any premium good stuff, you could expect some pretty cool stuff from these. But just like we spoke about a while ago, Nike SB is just collaborating with a bunch of random offshoot things. So obviously first it was the Jordan 4 that they did recently, and then they went to the 95s, the Air Max 95s, which is upcoming very soon. And now next year we're going to be getting the Air Force 1 version. We also have some first looks. I believe this is just a wear test pair, which they always black out, so this is not actually going to be the colorway. So it's really just kind of like it's happening, but we have no idea what it's going to look like. Either way, this is them over here. It doesn't really look like there's any physical changes. It's hard to tell. Right, back to Jordan Brand for a second. We just got a much better image of the upcoming Jordan 4 Denim pair, which is now dropping in August. So we have a somewhat release date, I think August the 9th. So this is them over here, the two-tone action with the lighter denim on the top, and then the darker denim or the regular colored denim around the bottom half, the two-tone color. Nothing too crazy with these. Like a sail midsole, gum outsole. I don't know how people are gonna feel about these, but they are like literally completely denim. Like even all of what typically is plastic, like the back tab and these flaps around the side, that's all denim. You get some close-up shots over here. The tag is denim, like literally everything. And then you get like this little gold debray over here, which looks, I mean, it goes with the denim. I'll say that. We also got some better looks and a release date for the upcoming Pure Money Jordan 3s. These are dropping July, I think, to be more specific, July the 5th. And then here's some of the shots they did. The pure $ on the back, just underneath the back tab, which is something that a lot of people wish they did with the Black Cats when those retroed, but they didn't. Either way, these are definitely the best images that we've seen yet. It is literally just like the white colorway of the Black Cat. Like, it has the same laces. I mean, it definitely has a different elephant print. It's just kind of like, well, actually, it looks pretty similar. No crazy shiny patent leather though, which is, I would say, a plus on a white pair of shoes. That just might make them a little bit too extra. Either way, let me know what you think about these down in the comment section, but let's keep it moving. We also just got some much better images of the upcoming Undefeated Jordan 4s, which are going to be releasing to the public finally. So this is a pair of shoes that I just think every single person is going to be after. Like, even if you're someone who was hardly even into sneakers, you're going to know about this one and all the commotion that's going on in the sneaker world about it. It's going to be a very interesting drop because it's pretty weird how they're doing it. So they're doing two different versions, like we've spoke about, one with the Nike Air branding on the back and the other one with the Jumpman on the back. Now, the interesting thing is typically we would assume that the Jumpman version is going to be like the GR one that everybody can get, and then the Nike Air one is the super special limited, but it's the other way around. So the limited one is the Jumpman on the back, which people typically would always take the Nike Air branding over the Jumpman because that's the OG, but not this time. I feel like there's a lot of people suddenly turning around and be like, hey, that Jumpman's looking kind of good now. I want the rarer, more limited pair. But yeah, you've got the little patch on the tongue tag, which is just the same as the Rare Airs, or I guess the Rare Airs took it from these. Here's an up-close shot of the nubuck or the suede material that's on the top, looking good in my opinion. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna have an issue with either of these pairs. I mean, they are both identical except for the branding on the back, so there's not much in it. Either way, the expected release date is currently June or July. I think June 28th is the date that I kind of remember, but I don't know. It's still some time away, so I imagine they flip-flop between that. Maybe it changes. We'll have to wait and see. And if there is any more updates, I will let you guys know. Right, this one is pretty hilarious. So you guys know, like, the super popular Nike React Rejuvenate that we've all kind of looked at and been like, yeah, they kind of look like Crocs, especially from the top-down view. Well, Crocs saw that and was like, hey, let's call them out. So they put up this, I think it was an Instagram story or something, and they said, they had a little video of the Nike React Rejuvenate, and they said, we're living rent-free in your head, huh? And then literally tagged Nike. It was a subtle jab, but deep down, they're kind of like, this is a little bit like, if we could sue you guys, we would. I just don't think Crocs would, because I don't think, like, Nike is just the most lawyered up company I've ever seen. But honestly, I think Crocs has a point, not just here, but let's talk about this next story, which is, it's a little bit crazier. This right here is Jordan Brand's new version of a Crocs. That's right, they are fully going into this foam shoe thing, and they're not hiding it at all. They're like, oh, you're gonna take shots at us? Crocs? We'll just steal your whole flow and there's nothing you could do about it. Take a look at this thing. This is called the Jordan Hydro Dip, and it's literally got the strap around the back. And if you take a look at the top-down shot, like, come on. Like, that is so Crocs. Like, this just looks like one of Crocs' little, like, spin-off versions that they do. In fact, even the side vent over here looks like the Crocs, is it like the Mellow Slide or something like that? Either way, I don't know what material this is because I don't think they're using React like they did with the Rejuvenate. I could be wrong about that, but it doesn't say that. So is this just going to be some kind of bummy Jordan foam that is not that comfortable? Most likely. This could also be for kids because it looks pretty small and it's pink. No specific release date on these. I think they're just dropping some point in April. I don't know if they're going to be available for adults or not, but it's interesting to say the least. With that, let's get into the best sneakers that are going to be dropping this month. So the top 10 list of what you need to look out for in April if you're after anything. Let's do something a little bit different. But since we're in Texas, let's kick it off with honorable mentions. First one up, we've got the Nike Air Max 95 Big Bubble. This is the pink foam colorway. So obviously we know that we're getting another colorway, which we'll talk about in a minute, but this is the pink foam one, which is incredibly popular. These are actually going to be dropping on the 18th of April, and you could get a little in-hand hand shot of these things over here. I mean, you guys know these things. Like, this is a colorway that exists. They're literally just doing the big bubble version of it. April the 18th for these. Next honorable mention is the Action Bronson New Balance 990 V6, the untitled pair. These are going to be dropping April the 5th. We've spoke about these a bunch. This is what they look like. I think there's a couple different colorways coming from Action Bronson later down the line. This one's not bad. It's okay, but it's not my favorite one that he's done with New Balance. So I'm just going to put it here in an honorable mention, but solid colorway nevertheless. Then we got a little double spot. I threw these Jordan 1 lows in the honorable mention. We've got the Rookie of the Year lows. These are going to be dropping on the 18th. They're obviously inspired by the highs. I thought these dropped ages ago, but they didn't, so they're still upcoming. Yeah, they're not bad. Another colorway which I thought also dropped is the Phantom one, or maybe they just dropped in the UK and I can't remember if they dropped for you guys out in the US. Either way, they're going to have a release or another release on April the 26th. It's a clean colorway. Like, this really, you cannot go wrong with this one. It's just gray, white with some black accents. But getting into the top 10 and coming in at number 10, we've got the Slawn collaboration on the Nike Air Max 90. There's two different colorways. They kind of had a little release, I believe, in March, and that was like a London pop-up exclusive type thing, but this time they're getting like the Nike Sneakers app release, and that is taking place on April the 4th. So literally right around the corner if you're after these things. I don't know if they haven't loaded up just yet, but either way, retail price is $150. Both are very, very clean. Honestly, if I could pick between either, I would go for the black one just because they have all of the speckling that you can actually see. The white Nike swoosh looks cool as well, but whichever way you go, they're two very clean Air Max 90s and I'm a fan. Then we got the little Rare Air Jordan 1 pack that's going to be dropping on April the 5th. So we've got the men's colorway, which has kind of, you know, the fragment vibe. Now this is a pretty cool pair of ones. I know that, you know, Jordan 1s are not at their peak anymore, but there is a cool little feature which I'm going to show you guys. I don't think we've seen it just yet, but this Nike swoosh over here, it actually turns red. Like, you can wear off or scratch off the material. I mean, it's probably just a layer of paint, but if I show you this shot over here, that's what it looks like with the red swoosh, which I don't know. Typically, I wouldn't like this, and I probably do like the black more, but this is kind of cool. I also like the lace swap to sale, which I'm assuming you get included in the box. Look at that box. It comes like distressed and everything, which is also pretty dope. Like, this is a dope pair of ones if you are after another pair and you like this colorway. I think it's an easy wearer. Maybe with the red, it's a little bit crazier, but certainly not a bad pair. Also on April 5th, we have the Rare Air Women's colorway. So that is this Cinnabar one. Very different from the other colorway, but they just decided to do two. I don't know why. Seems like a little bit of an oversaturation in my opinion. This is also a very nice colorway. It just does remind me of a Zoom Comfort in my opinion, like with the double laces and then also like this extra material around the toe box. That's kind of like something they would do with the Zoom Comfort. Just as unique though, like it is a unique pair, which I do like, and I guess is what they're playing into the whole Rare Air theme. Either way, these are both loaded up to the Nike Sneakers app, dropping April the 5th. Taking the number 8 spot, a pair that you may have already forgot about, but it's the Ma Maniere Jordan 3 for the love of what? Just for the love. So these did have a drop, I think through Ma Maniere's website in March, if I'm not mistaken, but they're having their Sneakers app release later on this month in April. As of right now, I don't think we have an exact release date, but I think they will give us plenty of time. So you'll see them pop up on the Nike Sneakers app literally within the next couple weeks. So they're definitely dropping in April. And if you're after them, I think it's a very solid pair of threes. It's very close to the originals, just, you know, slight color changes, but it's got a lot of the details from the OGs. If you want to catch a full review, I did that, so you could just have a look on the channel. It is up. Coming in at number 7, another drop that's right around the corner. We got the Matcha Nike SB Dunk Low Yuto Horigome collaboration. This is the second colorway that they're doing. These are the official images. These are also loaded up to the Nike Sneakers app, so they're ready to go. A little bit of a material change here. You can see these are a little bit more fuzzy. They got some more of that suede around the side panels and the toe box. But the rest of it seems to be somewhat similar. You got the Yuto Horigome logo on the back. It's a nice colorway. I would definitely take the originals over these, but you have an opportunity to get these things for retail, so that does kind of sweeten the deal. Now, in terms of release date, these are going to be dropping this Saturday as well, April the 5th. So, like, everybody's dropping this weekend. $135 for these. Let me know what you think, and or you could going to be going for them. Coming in at number 6, we got the Jordan 11 Low Bred. I didn't think that these were going to be dropping so soon, but they are. So yeah, just Bred 11 Lows. There's nothing too crazy about them, like nothing crazy different or anything like that. I think they are going to be pretty popular, and they are going to be dropping on the 26th of April. Let me know what you think about these. Coming in at number 5, these are actually a little bit something different, something, you know, unique, I would say. It's the Tourmaline Nike SB Dunk Low. What was thought to be the Black History Month release in February just didn't happen. They're now dropping them in April. I don't know if they were ever planned to drop in February or not, but this is them. They're going to be dropping on April the 17th, and I think it's just a unique pair. You know, it's inspired by black cowboys, and they've got like a lot of that theme around the back, especially the insoles, the box. They all tell the story, and I think it's a really cool pair. I'm pretty sure in the box you get like a, yeah, over here you get like a bandana or a handkerchief, I believe, which it has this image which plays into the insoles as well. You get some extra laces, the rope style. I think these are dope. Again, April the 17th. Coming in at number 4, since these things are so hyped, and I think these might even be more hyped, we'll have to wait and see, but it's the Nike React Rejuvenate Slide. So these slides, we've got official images. These should be dropping this April in a bunch of different colorways. I think as of right now, we've got this really cool pair. It's like the turquoise blue pair, which I think is my favorite. And then you've also got a taupe colorway, you've got a resin colorway, a burgundy colorway, and a triple black, which I think people are going to eat these things up. They retail for $60, just, you know, $10 underneath the clogs, and I think they're just a lot more, I guess, wearable in comparison to the clogs. Like, I like the clogs, but, you know, who's not going to wear a pair of slides? Just as comfortable, I imagine, if not more, because these are made from the exact same React X material. No release date as of right now, which is a little bit annoying, so we're not entirely sure, but these are official images, so I would imagine within the next couple weeks. Coming in at number 3, of course, one of the highlights for this month is the Air Max 95 Neon. This is the OG pair, the big bubble version. So just like they did the pink foams, they're doing the OGs. These are going to be very limited, though. I will say, I think from what I've heard, there's like 10,000 pairs or something. It's like super limited, and then I think they're going to do a bigger release further down the line, but for this one, it's, yeah, they're going to be hard to get. So these are going to be dropping on the 18th of April for $185. And if you saw the side-by-side between these and like the regular version, the regular bubble, the bubble is definitely bigger and it's noticeable. I don't know if, you know, you're necessarily going to clock that. If someone's wearing them, you probably won't notice, but like side-by-side, you can tell. Either way, I think there's tons of people who are not going to want to skip out on these, and I think it's definitely one of the better releases that's happening this month. But is it better than these? I don't know. You're taking an OG or a hyped up pair, because coming in at number 2 is the Corteiz collaboration on the 95s. We got the honey black colorway. Now, judging off of the first 3 that they did, those things resell for something ridiculous, like approaching $1,000. These, I imagine, like, I mean, the colorway might be, I'm gonna say, the cleanest. I don't know. I would take these over the pink ones. I'd take them over the blue ones. Maybe not the camel ones, but these are up there as like the best, if not one of the best colorways. I mean, the black and yellow just goes together perfectly. Like, well, what can you say? Now, these are going to be dropping in April. I don't think we have a firm release date. It's just like Corteiz has basically said, yeah, we're dropping them in April, but I don't think they've announced an exact release date. Now, also based off of the other ones, these are going to be very limited. They're going to be hard to get, and especially because people are prepared for this now. Like, resellers know the last ones resell for tons, so we're gonna go all in on these. So yeah, unfortunately that is the case. I mean, they've had plenty of time to wait on these and get their bots ready or whatever, but it's gonna be a hard cop. Just be ready, cross your fingers, and I wish you the best of luck. But coming in at number 1, a pair of shoes that is also kind of released, but is having the main Nike sneakers app release. That is the navy Nike SB Air Jordan 4. I also took a look at these recently. Great pair. If you want a pair of Nike SB Jordans, this is a solid way to go. I don't know if it's necessarily better than the pine greens, but from a price standpoint, I would probably take these for the price than the pine greens if I hadn't already got them. Solid pair. I do a full comparison with these versus the pine greens, so I suggest checking that out if you're interested, but it's got all of the same benefits of, like, you know, extra comfortableness and, you know, all of the softer rubber elements and all of that, a nice premium leather quality. So these apparently had a small release on March the 18th. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that was the sneaker boutiques, but now it's going to be the Nike sneakers app release and a bunch of different retailers, which is going to be taking place at some point in April. Unfortunately, we don't have an exact release date, so we've got multiple posts of people saying like they're coming very, very soon. Stay tuned. They might do some kind of exclusive access release as well. It's worth just staying awake and being ready if you are after these things, because I imagine within the next week. Maybe after April the 5th, because they're dropping so many sneakers then, but maybe the week after. We'll have to wait and see. But there you guys have it. Those are the bangers that are going to be dropping this month. And let me know which one you're after down in the comment section. Be interested to see. Subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all of the latest sneaker news and sneaker leaks and stuff like that. And also for some Texas content, I'm going to try work on that ASAP for you guys. Thank you for coming through, hanging out, but that about wraps it up. Oh yeah, if you want to check out another video, you should know where to click.